So children, in our first part of our video, we have discussed still a people leader. So now let's continue with Salt Satyagraha and Dandi March. Okay. Now when Gandhiji came back from jail in 1924, Salt Satyagraha started. In 1928, there was an entry of Simon Commission in India. As in the commission, there was full of white people only, that is English people, and there was no single Indian. So for that, the Indian people, they said that go back Simon. Clear? And on 1928, there was peasant satyagraha in Bardoli, which was led by Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. And from this movement only, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, he has got the title of Sardar by a woman, and Gandhiji was supporting Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel in this movement. Now, in the end of the December 1929, the annual session of Congress was held in the city of Lahore, and there was two main things in this meeting. What are those? First one was Jawaharlal Nehru was emerged as president leadership to the younger generation. Second was to implement Purna Swaraj or the complete independence. Clear? Now on 26 January 1930 was celebrated as the Independence Day, and it was celebrated by hosting flag in different part of the country, and patriotic song was also being sung. And Gandhiji, he has suggested that on this day, that is 26 January 1930, should be celebrated by beating drums, hosting national flag and spinning. And on this day, that is on 26 January, they should help the needy people. Clear? Now, after celebrating Independence Day, Gandhiji announced that he would lead a movement march to break the disliked law that was been imposed by the British in India, which gave the right to the authority of the state to impose the tax on the manufacture of the salt. Now, salt is used in everyone's house. It has been used by the rich people and by the poor one. And Britishers had strictly banned them from making salt and told them to buy salt from the shop where the price of the salt was been fixed by the Britishers and need to buy at high price. Seeing all this, Gandhiji had given advance notice to the Viceroy. Who was the Viceroy during that time? Lord Irwin, for Salt March. That is, he has given advance notice for the Salt March to Lord Irwin. But Irwin did not take it seriously. He thought that they will only do march. And on 12 March 1930, started his march. That is, Gandhiji started his march from Sabarmati Ashram towards Orsin, and to reach his destination, it took him 3 weeks, and he made handful of salt and he broke the law of the colonial rule. Clear? Now, as the protest that was started by him in 1920 to 22, same protest he did out here also. Factory workers went on strike, lawyers have boycotted the British court, students refused to attend the institution ran by the British government. In the Salt March, nearly 60,000 Indians were being arrested, including Gandhiji. And there used to be the police spy, clear, who used to report all the activities of the Gandhiji, that is, where he is going, what he is planning, what he is doing. All the information the spy used to collect and give it to the Britishers. Gandhiji has said that all the officers working on the British government office or holding the British government post should give resign, and many officers had resigned from the colonial government. In this way, he gathered more strength because he got more support from the people. Now, Dandi March had become the world attention, and traces can be seen through various sources like American News Magazine, Times, that is, in those magazines of the Britishers, it was been written that a thinner man wearing dhoti, how he can reach Dandi. Such type of news was been published in the British news magazine just to criticize Gandhiji. But after 3 weeks, when good deed was done, they started to write good or the positive point of view of Gandhiji. Clear? Next, we will discuss about the dialogues. Now, the Salt March was notable for three reasons. What are those? First one, Mahatma Gandhi came into world attention and the march was being covered by the European and the American press. Clear? In the newspaper of the Britishers in America, Europe, about the march it was been written. Second, it was the first nationalist activity in which women for the first time had participated in large number. Out there, Kamala Devi Chattopadhyay had tried to make Gandhiji aware that to carry forward the march only men should not take part. Women should also be permitted. They should not be restricted as to make it more effective. Clear? So Gandhiji agreed with the view of the Kamala Devi. Now third, in the Salt March, large number of people participate, which make the British realize that their Raj would not last forever in India. Clear? Now the round table conference we will see. Clear? At last, British government has convened a series of round table conference in London. You could see the image out here of the round table conference. Okay. And the first meeting was held in November 1930, but it could not succeed. It was a failure. Why? As because in this meeting, main important leaders of the country were not present. They were absent out there. They could not attend the meeting. As Gandhiji was released from jail in January 1931, so in 1930 he was not present. Clear? So after release, Gandhiji had a long meeting with the Viceroy, Lord Irwin, and they agree with some conditions and they sign a pact called Gandhi-Irwin Pact. According to this pact, civil disobedience movement should be cancelled. Secondly, all prisoners, about 60,000 people who have been arrested in the march, should be released. Third one was that to manufacture salt along the coast should be permitted. Clear? Now the pact was being criticized. Why? As the commitment done to the Indian by the Gandhi was not fulfilled, that to get political independence where British will not interfere. So this commitment done by the Gandhi was not fulfilled. So for that they had criticized Gandhiji. Clear? A second round table conference was also held in London in later half of the 1931. Here Gandhiji represent the Congress and told his party represent all of the Indian, but it was been opposed by the three party. Who were the three party who has opposed? The three parties who has opposed, out of that, first one was the Muslim League, which has claimed that the Muslim were in minority and the Congress do not represent it, and claimed that it could be represented only by the Muslim. Second was the princes, that is, there was a princely state who claimed that the Congress had no authority to their territory. Third one was the B.R. Ambedkar. He had argued that the Gandhiji and the Congress only represent the upper caste. They do not really represent the lowest caste. Clear? So this conference, that is the second round table conference, was also failed and Gandhiji returned back to India. So in 1935, a new Government of India Act was brought by the Britishers. And Britishers, they have promised to form a representative government in India, that is, to the Indian constitutions, some seat would be given to the Indian leader, but under restrictions. So after this, 2 years later, election was held and Congress has won the elections. Now out of 11 provinces, 8 provinces came under the Congress. Clear? Who had Prime Minister who worked under the British governor. Clear? Now in September 1939, Second World War started and Congress has decided to help the Britishers in the war under one conditions. What was that condition? That if they, that is a Britisher, would promise to grant India independence after the World War, then they would support the Britishers. But the offer was been refused, or we can say rejected, by the Britishers, and then the Congress minister resigned in October 1939. Clear? Now in March 1940, the Muslim League had passed a resolution committing for creation of separate nation called Pakistan, and this commitment was been done by the Muhammad Jinnah. Clear? Now it had become a three-way struggle between whom? That is between the Congress, Muslim League and the British. Now in 1942, Sir Stafford Cripps came to India and he tried to compromise with Gandhiji and the Congress, and he insisted them that if they agree with British, then British would defend India from the Axis power. But Cripps' mission failed, and now it came the Quit India movement in 1942. Clear? Now the Quit India movement we will just discuss in our next class. So till then, go through it. Thank you.